Pat Washington came out of high school as a walk-on to the University of Minnesota. And after a short period of time, he quickly showed the coaching staff that he was clearly overlooked. Maybe a big reason why he was overlooked was because he was always injured. And in high school, being an injury-prone player will definitely hurt you in recruiting. Teams just can't get a good look at you. Well, Pat had all the tools. He had a strong arm, he had sound fundamentals, he had plus speed. He was Minnesota's best offensive and defensive player for most of 3 seasons. And I say most because the same story which plagued him in high school came back in college: injuries. If it wasn't for injuries, Pat could have made it to the next level and beyond. We are now 6 years removed from his last college game. And because he loves the game so much, he just kept playing despite never really getting his shot past the low A ball level. Now, playing in an independent league, Pat was one of the league's all-stars. And every season, occasionally, there will be some showcase games where MLB scouts would come out and look for some undiscovered talent in hopes of finding the next, good role player at the MLB level. Who knows what that player could be? And today, there is a rumor that there are a few scouts in the stands to see the Milwaukee Milkmen take on the Kansas City Monarchs. Can Pat do enough to get discovered in this one? I guess we'll have to find out. Welcome, folks, to some AAPB action as the Milwaukee Milkmen will be on the road to take on the Kansas City Monarchs in a game that is rumored to have some MLB scouts in the stands. I know a lot of these guys are going to put their best game forward today as they look to show what they can do in front of some MLB scout level guys that will maybe look to bring them into a minor league camp, maybe even spring training, as we'll see what happens today. So up to the plate now with one out here in the top of the first inning is Pat Washington, the former star for the Minnesota Gophers. He's hitting .400 on the year, and he has been hitting very, very well in that 3-spot. OPS over 1,000. And the first pitch of his at-bat will be a low fastball, and he goes to opposite field with it. 97 speed on second, will come around to score. And then Pat trying to get to second, and Washington will slide in safe. And he will be credited with a double on that swing, and it is 2-0 for the Milwaukee Milkmen. Nice, easy swing to right field for Pat Washington. He's off to a good start today. 1 for 1, and he gives the Milkmen the 2-0 lead. Going to right field, and Washington has put on a very good bat here in this league this year, and it's on display today in that first swing, and he's on second. 1 out. In the top of the third inning, leading off will be Pat Washington again. He is 1 for 1 today in the 38th pitch at Fortenberry's pitching outing will be creamed down the left field line, and that one will be called foul. Pat Washington went to Minnesota, and he was a standout in right field with a strong arm. This one up in the zone. It's going to be back at the left center wall, and it knocks off of the top of the wall and bounces over for a ground rule double. Washington is 2 for 2 today. And those scouts have to be impressed with that swing. He has that plus power, and he does have that alley power. Maybe not home run power, and you could see it right there. And that speed to get to second. If that one wasn't over the wall, he probably would have been on to third with a triple. Now here comes Jack Sawinski back at the plate here. 0 for 1 today. The 46th pitch of the game is going to be lined to right field. This one could be caught, and it's going to be a throw home. This one's going to be a close one, and it's going to be safe at home. 3-1 here. Pat Washington, he does score, and he makes it a 3-1 game. A nice sacrifice fly that time by Sawinski. Now on to the bottom of the fourth inning. Now with 2 outs. This one's a lazy fly ball to right field. Washington showing off the range. He camps under this one. And we're through 4 innings. Milwaukee is now down 3-7. On to the top of the 6th inning. Pat Washington now 2 for 3 in this game. His 4th at bat. Man on second base. This one's going to be taken low, as Washington is 2 for 3 today. A couple of hits. He does have a run scored as well. This one over the middle of the plate. A changeup, and now it's 1-0 0-1, a high pitch in the zone. This one is going to be a weak fly ball to right field, and this one will end the 6th inning. On to the top of the 9th inning. KC in control here, 11-6. This one's fouled on the left field line. 0-1 count. 0-1 count. This one on the outside half. That one's going to be strike 2. Washington down 0-2. This one a slider on the outside half. That one falls into the dirt. Now Washington behind in the count, but he hits one hard up the middle, and that will complete a 3-hit day for Pat Washington. A great showing for him today, as this one was rumored to be an MLB showcase game, and Washington is taking full advantage of his opportunity today. After a 3-for-5 day with MLB scouts in the stands, Pat Washington was asked about his showing in front of the MLB scouts, responding, "My focus was on winning the game. Unfortunately, I didn't do enough to help us win. That's all that matters." Wow. That type of attitude would eventually catch the attention of a couple of scouts in attendance. And now, there were rumors heating up that he would get an invite into a minor league camp. But did Pat do enough to get rediscovered and to get back into the MLB spotlight? Well, I guess this season, we're going to have to wait and see.